Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a brand new video. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. In today's video, we're going to be discussing some of the comments made by the Rockstar Games CEO about the release date timeline for GTA 6. Now, over the past year, Rockstar Games has become increasingly more transparent about GTA 6, and while they haven't mentioned GTA 6 by name just yet, they have mentioned the next generation of Grand Theft Auto in multiple recent blog posts. But one detail that has gone quite unnoticed is that during a recent investor call, the Rockstar Games CEO actually provided a timeline of when Rockstar expects a revenue boost within the company, which is likely because of the release of GTA 6. So today we're going to be discussing what this time estimate is and what it means, and also looking back at Rockstar's previous estimates that were similar to this one to see how those panned out to give us a better idea of the accuracy of this estimate. So we're going to be discussing all of that plus more in today's video, so make sure to stay tuned. But before we get into that, make sure to drop a like rating on this video to show your support, as well as subscribe down below for more daily videos just like this. But first off, here is today's shoutout of the day, and right after into the actual video. Now today's shoutout goes to a really awesome shop on eBay known as GTR 2011. Now they sell all sorts of really awesome items on their shop, ranging from exclusive Funko Pops from the San Diego Comic-Con convention, all sorts of health and beauty products like Mary Kay, Revlon, and more, lots of rare and unique postcards from all different places, limited edition rare vinyl albums, lots of different Star Wars items, some super detailed die-cast NASCAR collectibles, and finally, some TV replacement remote controls. They've sold over 3,000 items and have a very good 99.8% positive feedback, so if you're interested in checking out any of their products, make sure to click the first link in the description down below to check out their eBay store and buy something today. But with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. Now, first and foremost, it is worth remembering that Rockstar Games is the parent company of Take-Two Interactive, which is a publicly traded company, and because they're a publicly traded company, every single quarter they do an investor call where they provide updates about the company, provide outlook on the future, and most importantly, answer investor questions. Now, as you can probably imagine, GTA 6 has come up many times during investor questions, and during some of the more recent investor calls, Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive have become a little bit more transparent and open about their plans for the future over at Rockstar. Now, a few months ago, during one of those investor calls, Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick did say that Rockstar Games is expecting a major revenue boost during the fiscal year of 2024. Now, the fiscal year of 2024 runs from April 2023 until March 2024. Now, if we take a look back at what Rockstar has said about their other game releases, including Red Dead Redemption 2 and GTA 5, Rockstar Games also provided a very similar outlook to a revenue boost when the game was planned to be released. Now, what makes all of this even more interesting is a few days ago we did receive a big report from Bloomberg, which I discussed in more detail in my recent video, so check that out if you haven't already. But in that report, they quoted many different Rockstar employees that provided some super insightful information about GTA 6. But one of the points that I want to note specifically is that according to the Bloomberg report, developers of the next Grand Theft Auto game say it will be released sometime in Take-Two's 2024 fiscal year, which runs from April 2023 to March 2024. So this is exactly lining up with what Rockstar Games CEO Strauss Zelnick did say during that investor call a few months ago, and this is actually very positive news because according to this report, that means that the game is still on track to be released during that timeline, and it hasn't shifted since they last spoke about it. Now, what's interesting is that within the Bloomberg report, they also say that the developers are allegedly skeptical about this timeline. They say that GTA 6 has allegedly been in development in some form since 2014, and although there are loose schedules in place, the people interviewed said that they don't know of any firm release date, and they expect the game to be at least 2 years away. Now, as I mentioned, if we take a look back and look at Rockstar's revenue boost predictions, they've been quite accurate for their other game releases, but as we know, GTA 6 is a whole another beast. It is by far the biggest game they've ever released, and it is a massive project underway, so it's very possible that it could be delayed. But at the moment, the estimates directly from Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive are between April 2023 and March 2024, and the same thing applies to the developers according to the Bloomberg report, but as I discussed, they are still skeptical on whether they're actually going to be able to meet that deadline. One of the things that Rockstar has vouched to do is to reduce the amount of crunch time before releasing a game. Now, crunch time is actually quite simple, and it is pretty much working extra hours in order to crunch out extra work to make sure that a game release is going to be released on time. Now, one of the most notorious games for a crunch, at least publicly, was Red Dead Redemption 2. According to some sources, developers were working 100-hour weeks before that game released, which is absolutely insane, and ever since the release of that game, which, by the way, Red Dead Redemption 2 turned out incredible, but Rockstar Games has vouched to really just change the narrative at the company when it comes to crunch time. So with GTA 6, according to the Bloomberg report, they've been focusing a ton on employee mental health and making sure that there are deadlines still in place to keep the project along the path. However, they're making sure that they're giving the developers more than enough time to release the game at a state that they're proud of. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is, number one, I have to hand it to Rockstar for really just taking a proactive approach and treating their employees well, which is really great to see because they do employ some of the best game developers and producers in the entire industry. But on top of that, it also means that GTA 6, in my opinion, is likely more susceptible to delays rather than their previous projects. Now, as I mentioned in my recent video, I do expect Rockstar to be revealing GTA 6 sometime later this year. This has not been confirmed just yet, but with all the information coming out, and also with Rockstar being more transparent and open about the next generation of Grand Theft Auto, all signs are pointing towards some type of reveal, hopefully coming later this year, so keep an eye out for that. But let me know in those comments down below, do you think that Rockstar's estimate of April 2023 to March 2024 is going to pan out? And if so, what is your prediction for the month within that time span? I personally think that if they stick to it, it will be sometime in 2024 rather than next year, but let me know all your thoughts, predictions, and opinions in those comments down below because I really want to hear from you guys. But either way, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed watching and you like staying updated on the latest news surrounding GTA 6 and the GTA series in general, let me know by dropping a like rating on this video, as well as subscribe down below if you haven't already with those bell notifications on so you're always notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And quick production note, I will be away for the next 2 weeks or so daily uploads will resume when I'm back, but between now and then, there will not be any new videos uploaded. But either way, thank you again so much for tuning in today, I really do appreciate it, and I will see you soon with yet another video just like this. But until then, have an awesome day, and I'll be sure to talk to you guys then.